Good afternoon, outdoor artist, and behind me you see I'm continuing on the shed build. This wall from this morning that I built is actually the end wall. In other words, the wall that will occupy this end of the building. Down to my right are the two halves of this tallest side wall that'll run all the way from left to right. And then these two halves will go on the back side. Those are the shorter walls. So when you connect the roof rafters from this one to this one, you get the required pitch. In order to solve my material shortage issue, I went to the hardware store this morning and purchased some more 2x4s because I was woefully short and I realized that I wasn't going to make it. Now these I actually purchased at the local hardware store, family-owned hardware store. They were a little bit more expensive, but I have to say the quality is remarkably better than the Home Depot ones that are marked as Select, I think they call them. Let's see if I can find that here someplace. Yeah, I think I remember seeing there that they are called Select, but they're pretty much a lot of warpage and twist and so forth, whereas these in the local store, I have to say the quality is quite good. So I'm happy with that. Now, I should mention this last wall that I'm building is the wall that'll go on this end, and the important thing about this end is this will hold the door. So I'm going to have to frame in the door as I build the wall, and I'm basing the width of the door on my widest item. This shed is not intended for tractors and that sort of thing. It's intended for light equipment like lawn equipment that I pull behind the tractor or the golf cart. The widest of those is my aerator, which is 59 inches wide on the wheels. So I've got to make a 59.5 inch door in order to accommodate that widest piece of equipment that's going in here. The rest of them are miscellaneous equipment that's typically 3 foot or less. So this is sort of a design for that. I am going to be making some beams, sandwiching in some beams together for strength, and hopefully that comes together as I expect. When I make that header beam to go across, it'll have to support the weight of the building above it. So rather than do a time lapse today, I'm just going to bring you back at the back end and show you the results of that last wall build with the door framed in. I'm partway through the front wall, the end wall I should say, framing, and I thought I'd bring you in to show you a mistake that I made, just in case it helps you to prevent making the same mistake. And here's what I did. This stud I made it's supposed to go in here, and I basically wanted a 60-inch opening, so I made it 60 inches. But in order to rest on top this transom stud or jack stud, it's actually got to be 63 so that it overlaps on both sides. So oops, I had to remake it, which is kind of a pain. But while I have you here, I'll just show you, I think this is a fairly standard technique, but to make that header, I basically took 2x4s and sandwiched in some 3/8 inch plywood, nailed it from both sides, and that makes a heck of a nice solid header. So you can see I just have that loose fit right now. It's not nailed in or anything, and this one I'll get out of the way because that's in error. But I wanted to bring in at this point and just show you that goof. I'll be back. Well, it's the end of the day, and it's the end of me. This has been a long day. This end wall with the door framed in doesn't look like much, but with the mistakes and so forth, and just the making sure everything was correct. It took me longer than it should have, but I'm pleased with how it came out. You can see now that the header actually overlaps the support 2x4s, which is what's supposed to happen, and the width is proper so I can get my aerator in. And then what about the height, you might ask? Well, I'm 6'1", and so I wanted an opening that was at least 6'1", and given the limitations I had relative to the overall height of the building, you can see to the bottom of the stud is about 71 3/4. But keep in mind, this actual stud at the bottom is going to get cut out for the opening so that you can get in and out of the shed. So when you take that into account, I've got about 73 and it's like 73 1/4 or so. And so I've got a 1/4 inch of clearance. I might have to take my hat off, I'm not sure, to come in, but I just made it. And that's what I like to see, is all the math works. And structurally, I'm pleased with how it came out. And this is the last wall. So the next steps will be to assemble all the walls, put in the rafters, and then start on the roof and button it up on the outside with board and batten. So that's to come. I'll see you soon. This is the Outdoor Artist, signing off.